Well, I hope you're enjoying so far. We're learning lots and lots about WordPress, and we've been creating posts here and formatting our posts and so on, and understanding how to publish our posts. But I want to take some time and I want to talk about some of the additional techniques and options that we have related to posting on our new blog. And the first thing that I want to talk about is editing your posts. Now, the great thing about WordPress is as you're working along, as you're developing your blog and creating more posts and so on, what's great is at any time you can go back and edit your posts. Even if those posts are a few weeks or a few months old, you can even go back and edit posts that are a few years old if you want. You can always go back and make changes and fix typos and things like this, right? That's what I'm going to show you now. And I'm looking at the dashboard interface of the admin backend for my WordPress blog. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to the left-hand menu over on the side, and I'll expand the Posts menu. And I want to go ahead and click on Edit here. Okay, now I still have just the two posts that we've created here, or that we have here, inside our blog at this point. And I'm going to go ahead and click on the blog title here. And you can either click on the blog title or click on Edit. Don't forget, either will get you into this edit mode, into this edit view here. And once again, just give me a moment here. I'll expand things out so we can sort of have a better gauge at what's happening here. Now, here's what's interesting about editing your posts. We've already published this post, so it's already a part of our blog. It's already in our blog loop, don't forget. But what's neat is I can come in here and I can make changes, and it's not going to republish the post or anything like this. It's not going to change the order of the post inside our blog's loop. All it's going to do is simply update the post where it resides inside our WordPress loop, if that makes sense. Now, let me show you some quick examples here. What I could do is I could come in and perhaps change the post title if I wanted to. Welcome to my blog. Well, maybe I want to change that to Welcome to Jeff's new blog. Something like this, or maybe Welcome to Jeff's blog. Something like that, right? Whatever change you want to make, as simple or as complex as you want here. Below that, maybe I decide I want to change my permalink. Well, we already clicked on this button and we saw what that did. Well, we'll talk about changing permalinks in just a little while. Furthermore, I could scroll down into my post here and I could actually make some changes if I wanted to. Remember, we set this guy to be was it a heading 2 or a heading 3, I believe? Well, we could go and change that if we wanted to. We could pop open that kitchen sink toolbar, remember, using this icon here, and there he is. He's a heading 3. So I'll drop down this menu here and I'll switch him back to a paragraph perhaps, and maybe what I'll do is I'll pull that piece of text back up onto the previous line, maybe something like this, and maybe I'll make some other changes to my post here. I'm keeping it really simple here, but you can again make this as complex or as intricate as you like here. Maybe what I'll do is I'll get rid of this copyright notice here down at the bottom as well. Come in here, make your changes, make whatever changes you want, and then once your changes are complete, notice over in the top right, we don't have a publish button, we now have an update button. So I'm going to go ahead and click on update. And of course what happens here is WordPress goes ahead and updates my post for me. So you can see here in yellow up across the top, my post has now been updated. Well, of course, now I'm curious to see how my changes look on my live blog. So I'll go ahead and click on preview changes. And inside the new browser tab that opens up, of course, I can go and take a look at the changes inside my post. And again, I kept them pretty simple here, but in the real world, you might apply some formatting, you might apply some CSS rules, maybe add in some media like videos and perhaps audio files and graphics and things like this. I'm just trying to give you a sense of how this would work here anyway. Okay, now I want to show you something else here that we can do. This is called inline editing, and this is what I want to show you next here. So I'm going to close out of this tab here, head back to this edit mode or edit view in the back end. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back to the edit view. So over on the left hand side there, go ahead and click on edit, and we'll see if we can get this to work here. You and I both know that we can already click on our post's title or on the edit link to get back to that edit screen. Well, we have this quick edit mode, and this will let me edit my post inline. So go ahead and click on that guy, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here. If I scroll down a little bit, here what I have is I'm still inside this edit post screen. What I mean by that is I'm still inside that edit post view. If I scroll down, I can still see that Hello World post there. But above that, I can use this quick edit function to go ahead and edit the Welcome to Jeff's blog post if I want to. So I might come in here and, I don't know, maybe change this back. Welcome to my new blog, something like this, like we had before. There's the slug, as they call it, or the permalink there. The date, I could password protect it. A lot of the same settings that you and I have already seen, just in a slightly different view, right? We can allow those comments, allow the pingbacks if we want, change the status of our post. We can make that post sticky. Do you remember that option? And remember we had the categories option as well. So I'd come in here and I'd make my changes. I can't change the actual content of the post, though, in this sort of quick view or this quick edit mode. But once I'm done making my changes here, I can go ahead and click on Update Post. And of course, that updates the post for me in line inside the Edit Posts view inside the WordPress backend.